Thank you so much for having me. And yes, this is close to home. I don't remember at 5 where I nearly drowned at a water park with my parents, but I'll never want any parent or guardian to go through what my mom did when she was holding back tears at 14 explaining it to me.
Wow. What does she say about that experience? What was that like?
You know, the funny part is I've always been, I call myself a bit of a comedian, but when I went down the ride, I was with my dad, and I think that's what's so important about the story. So many times you hear about people nearly drowning because they're doing something they weren't supposed to be doing, horse playing, you know, what have you. I was there with my parents, there were lifeguards there, summer, beautiful day, the pools had just opened, and my dad went down first, I went down second. I had not had swim lessons, and I was able to flip upside down and couldn't get up, didn't know what to do. And, you know, I had to be resuscitated. They say a child can have brain damage from being underwater for longer than 30 seconds, and I was well over 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you're okay. And I know that that experience is just, indelible on your
It
parents'
is.
hearts forever.
But the next thing
And
out of my mouth was, what's the next ride we're getting on? Because I was a kid and I didn't want to leave the water park.
That's right. And that's just who you are and everything you've gone on to accomplish. It's amazing.
Yes.
Tell me more about this because it's so important. Drowning is apparently the leading cause of death in children 1 to 4 years old.
Yes.
And just this week, the son of a very famous rodeo star drove his toy tractor into a river and almost drowned.
Right.
I believe he's in critical condition. What is your message to parents on what they need to do to prevent their child from drowning?
Well, we have a couple of messages. One of the big things is we want to make sure that we impress upon people that it's not just an amazing sport, which it is. The Olympics are coming up. We want people to be excited about swimming, but it's also a life skill. Learn to walk, learn to talk, learn to swim. Then you learn to ride a bike. But we want to make sure that we understand the importance of learning to swim. Another thing is, no matter what, I have Olympic gold medals, but I never swim alone. We don't want anyone to ever swim alone. And if you ever see someone in distress, you do not jump in the pool yourself. You throw something to them to help float, and then you go after and find a lifeguard or you find an adult to help in that situation. We don't want to scare people, but we want people to understand that we need to respect water, and we want to make sure that people understand there is no substitute for formal swim lessons.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's sticking with me, Cullen. The fact that you don't even swim alone is really something. The CDC saying that this surge in accidental drowning deaths disproportionately worse for the Black community, and especially during the pandemic. Why do you think this is? And tell me about your experience with stereotyping in this sport.
Absolutely. You know, growing up in the Jersey, New York area, I didn't really have anyone in the 90s that looked like me in the sport that I could, look to as a role model. And so that after winning this gold medal, that was my way of giving back to a sport that's given me so much, is I take the monikers of being a role model very, very seriously. I think representation is very important. And to the stat that you just said, Black Americans are over 5 times more likely to drown than any other race. And looking at my own family members that are, when they're near water, I'm thinking like, wow, they're at risk when they're near. I've got to do something about this. And so representation is big. And of course, like I said, we really want people to understand this is a life skill. I've been doing this for 15 years. Whenever I'm in front of a group of kids, how many of you like to be in the water? There's not one hand that's not in the air. And then you ask the question, how many of you have had formal swim lessons? And then you start to see the hands drop. And that's where this mission is so important.
It's such a beautiful mission. And I know that, close to your heart are all of these underserved communities on a personal level. My only sibling, my little brother, has severe autism, and I cannot tell you the number of deaths that we see in that community as well from drowning. It is so important that we get these lessons in early and often. And another shocking statistic from the CDC report, more than half of U.S. adults have never had a single swimming lesson. Cullen, that's incredible.
Absolutely. We have to fight this false thought process. Well, I can get to the edge of the pool if I had to. No, that's not what happens. And so as a parent, myself, I have a 4-year-old, and I started him at Goldfish at 6 months because I wanted him to be near water. I wanted him to never lose or have a negative experience. And that's really what it is. When I almost drowned at 5, I had a negative experience. I also had resilient parents that made sure that I learned to swim. I went through 5 different teachers, but I understand. And one thing I don't want people to think is that this is a life skill. This is something that you need to learn, but don't have that false thought that, oh, I can just get to it. Like you just said, half of Americans don't know how to swim and have never had formal swim lessons. Go out there, learn to swim. It's like riding a bike. Once you do it, you never forget.
That's good to know. And tell me, for those of us who are like, oh, I could probably doggy paddle if I needed to, what does swimming fluency actually look like? What do we all need to be able to do?
You know, I think the best thing is to understand, yes, you need to know how to tread water, but there is this stigma of floating. Listen, muscle doesn't float. I have 4 Olympic medals. I can't float. Has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with learning how to maneuver your body in the water, and the best way to do that is to have swim lessons. That's why I wanted to start my son early, and now it backfired, because every day it's, Dad, are we going to swimming? Dad, are we going swimming? Dad, are we going swimming? Yes.
Can you, Cullen, it's in the genetics. You were never going to escape this. There was no scenario where that wasn't going to happen.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.